There was a time when peace was on the earth, joy and happiness in each one knew their worth. How I wish that those days would come again. I won't cry as time passes by. Home, 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 home. There was a place where love is so divine. Rainbows are the shadows of a love so divine, and the light of the night will shine so free, and it's free. Can't you see? Come with me. The Creator has a master plan, peace and happiness for everyone. The Creator has a working plan, peace and happiness for all the land. Oh, the Creator has a master plan, peace and happiness for everyone. The Creator has a working plan, peace and happiness for all the land. Oh, oh. The Creator has a master plan, peace and happiness for everyone. The Creator has a working plan, peace and happiness for all the land, all the land. I can shake her. The Creator has a working plan. The Creator has a master plan. The Creator has a working plan. It works. Peace and happiness for all the land. Oh.
Ooh. Let's just breathe that in, huh? Let us breathe that in. That's Etienne France. That's our band leader who was on upright acoustic bass doing the lead vocals. Russell Kreitman on piano, Kevin Denoto on drums, Beth Freewoman giving us a little shake, percussion, something. She'll also be doing background vocals and lead vocals as well. And welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Reverend Deborah Johnson, and welcome to Inner Light Ministries, to our Sunday service. Whether you are in person, and yay, it's so good to have like real live people here. Hey, and to wherever you are, out in at whatever time you pick this up. There are people who are watching live, right now with us. There are other people that you're tuning in after the fact, and I'm so grateful for technology, and that wherever it is that you are, it's your sanctuary. It doesn't have to be in a building. It can be anywhere. In fact, pre-COVID, for at least 15 years straight or so, Inner Light had been voted locally in our Good Times newspaper as the runner-up for best place to worship. Like in runner-up years and years and years in a row. And I loved it. Maybe about 6 or 7 years ago, years ago, we were sandwiched as first place between Henry Cowell Park, the redwoods, and the ocean, the beach. It wasn't even other churches or institutions that were listed as like best places to worship. So as glad as I am to have people here, it's not about a building. It is about a place in consciousness. And we here at Inner Light are here to unleash something. There is a power within us that's greater than anything that we can possibly imagine. And when we align with our own divine design, just breathe that in for a moment. Align with your own divine design, not chase after people, places, and things. Move everything about you into alignment with the truth of who you are. We ain't seen nothing yet. Just thinking about it makes me quiver. Of the sustainability that we can have, the justice that we can have, the collegiality, the collaborations, the inventions, our dreams are waiting for us to come true. That's what's happening. So we invite you. Every month we have a theme, and our theme this month is faith. Faith. And every week we have an offering. And these offerings are activations. We call them affirmations. But they are literally paradigms, principles, concepts, practices that if you embody them, you will shift, you will recalibrate, you will move in the direction of whatever this theme is, once again, of unleashing it inside of you. And I invite you, if you are in the sanctuary here with me, on the front of your, or in the back, basically, of your good news, there's all of the affirmation activations for the month. If you are online, you will find them on your screen. And I invite you to join with me in them. And today's topic is willing even in my doubt. Willing even in my doubt. So I invite you to say them along with me. Deliberately suspending my doubts, I remain open and receptive to possibilities. Even when I doubt, I am willing. I stop feeding worry and anxiety. I never allow clouds of confusion to eclipse my spiritual awareness. I stand in the truth that human facts don't have the last word. Can we get an amen on that? Human facts don't have the last word. There is triumph in the spirit, transcendence in rising above. In the midst of inner and outer struggles, I surrender to divine order. I stop the fight that entangles me in webs of estrangement. I choose connectedness. I choose truth beyond my side. I use my power to call forth divine order. Breathe that in. Breathe that in. Let it settle somewhere in there. And every week, every set of affirmations is exactly 100 words. Every week. For reasons that I won't go into now. But each one is exactly 100 words. Faith. We've been talking about faith all month. And we've been coming at it from different perspectives. I started off with the scriptural definition of faith. And I find it interesting that in the Bible, that the word faith, faith as an action, like faith as a verb, doesn't even show up until the New Testament. The word faith, just faith, only shows up once in the Old Testament in Deuteronomy. There's a lot of faithful, like as an adjective, as a state of being. And this concept of faith, as it's being introduced now in the New Testament, has some other nuances on it. Okay? This faith, the Greek word for it is pistis, which means knowledge of, assent to, and confidence in certain divine truths, especially those that lead to good works. Knowledge of, and awareness of, assent to. Assent is that alignment thing that I was just talking about. It's not just an agreement, but when you give your assent, see, I can agree to something and not be involved in it. When I give my assent, I'm part of it. I'm going along with it. So I'm aware of, I have the knowledge of, I have assent. I'm giving my wholehearted, no resistance, no hesitations, no reservations, and confidence in. I'm trusting it. I'm trusting it. I'm stepping out on it. As we've been talking about, it says in Scripture that faith without works is dead. That you really know that you have the faith when you can step out on it. There's a prayer practice that we teach here at Inner Light that was coined by Ernest Holmes called a spiritual mind treatment. It has these 5 steps that take your consciousness through a terrain of awareness, of recognition and unification and the realization of it and thanksgiving, and it ends with release. And until you get to that point of the release, you're not done. You're not done. And when you're really standing in the faith, you're at that point of release. Faith is not blind. Faith is not blind. And I don't know who came up with that, but they need to stop. They really need to stop. Along with whoever said love means never needing to say you're sorry, they need to stop giving advice. Just cut it out. Because faith is not blind. Quite the contrary. Faith is such a deep inner knowing, you don't have to see. Did you feel the difference between being blind and you don't have to see? So last Sunday, I was in Los Angeles visiting my mother. And she's in this interesting place in her journey. She's almost 96, and she's really trying to cross over. Now, I don't know, about a year and a half or so ago, she lost her physical sight. And I have to catch myself when people ask me about my mother's condition. And when I say she's blind, I have to stop right there. Because she's seeing a lot. She's in her own world on the other side. She's seeing the old relatives that have been gone. She's seeing the doors and the light. And I mean, get what I'm saying? We don't see it, but she sees something. She hears stuff. A matter of fact, I was joking with some people about it. While I was down in LA, I spent about a week down there, and I left for a day and a day and a half, and I spent the night with a friend in Rancho Mirage. Well, I spent a night at her house. She met me there, but I was there by myself. And as I was leaving, my mother kept saying, what program is that's on? What program is that? And the caregiver and I are looking at each other, and we're like, there's nothing on. But she kept insisting, cut it off. Cut it off. I'm like, okay, mama, it's off. You know, she ain't dumb. She's like, no, cut it off. Cut it off. And she kept being so insistent. And I took the caregiver and I said, you know what? Maybe why don't you turn the TV on and then turn it off so she can hear something going on and off, and maybe she'll think, cut it off. And as I walked out the door, I thought to myself, how I would love to grant my mother this dying wish to cut off the program going on in her head. And if I could just do that for everybody, just cut off the program. Just cut it off. She's hearing something. Are you with me? She's seeing something. And you know what? I think what she sees is probably more of the truth than what I see. Because she sees how thin that veil is. She's not caught up in the illusion of our time-space continuum, if that makes sense. It's not blind. There's a passage in Scripture. It's in the book of Hebrews in the New Testament. Actually, it's Hebrews 11:1, which says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things, not and. No, it's not and. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The evidence of things not seen is another way of saying the substance of things hoped for. The reason why I corrected that was a nuance I realized my whole life I'd been saying wrong. It's not an and. Those are not two different things. The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen are the same thing. It's not two different things. And I was studying that this morning. The substance of things hoped for the evidence of things not seen. When I was talking about faith from those spirit letters that I get, it said faith is where your intent partners with my divine design. Where your intent partners. You see, in faith, it's not about something out there. Faith is about you. It's your awareness. It's your assent. It's your confidence in. Faith is about you. Faith is not about something like way out there. It's about you. How you see, what you see, how you show up with your intent is the equivalent of the things you hope for. Where your intent partners with divine design. What is it that your intent is? That's where the faith starts. Is inside. There's something that you see. Inside, there's something that you know. It described it as the evidence of things not seen. God, I wish I had monitors where I could just like show you all the words, because if I say it, it probably won't make as much sense. But the best way to describe it would be, think of a court of law. Because this evidence, it isn't just that which is presented, it's described as the truth of it. It's the truth. The evidence isn't just something that you can show. The evidence is the proof. The evidence is the truth of it. And within the evidence, it speaks of the benefits that are reaped from that truth. So if you're in a court of law, here's the difference. Too many of us are showing up as the juror. We're waiting for a conviction. We're like waiting for the universe or everything to prove something to us. And we're just sitting there kind of like doubting. Well, show me what you got. Show me what you got. And then when you've shown me enough and you've proven it to me, oh, now I can have some faith because now I've got this conviction. Faith's the other way around. You show up as the legal counsel. You start off with the premises. You, in the court of law, you're already saying, look, here it is. These are the premises. These are the assumptions. These are the things that we can count on. These are the things that we can bank on. Put that in your mix. Put that in your mix. If you're going to come up with a conclusion, if you're going to come up with a conviction, let it be on this. Feel the difference in that? That when you're exercising faith, it's not blind. When you're exercising faith, there are things that you dare to believe. There are things that you dare to conceive. You don't wait until after you won the race to believe that you can win the race. You got to believe you can finish the race before you start it. We've got it all backwards. We're waiting until things have happened to prove to us that it can happen. I don't want to jump off into this relationship until I have some guarantee that it's going to last. You know, I don't want to expose myself and be vulnerable and tell this truth until I know that it's safe and there's going to be some reconciliation. Like, I can have the reconciliation as the proof it's okay to tell the truth. It's the old, I'll believe it when I see it. But it's the other way around. You will see it when you believe it. And what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose daring to believe? Because it's all inside of you. It is all inside of you. Don't let the facts have the last word. It's a fact until it's not. Listen to what I'm saying. Facts change. There's nothing immutable about a fact. It's a fact till it's not a fact. You're in this, some of you are in this room now. That's a fact. Yes? But I'm not going to build my whole life around the fact that you're in this room. Because there'll be a moment when you're not. The body temple you have. This is not the same body temple you had a week ago. It's not the same body that you had a month ago. Your body is constantly regenerating itself. It is constantly rejuvenating itself. That's why healing can happen. That's why healing can happen. It's like, where's your starting point? What do you know? What are you standing on? What are you so agreeing with? Because it's about your ascent. It is done unto you as you believe. This is not some mamby-pamby stuff. This is scientifically proven. We are proving this now in quantum physics. We're proving it now. That stuff is mainly space. Your body is 99.9999% wave. Just the void, the field of all possibility. It gets a little teeny bit particle. And that's how it is in the world, where we are mainly energetic beings. You are the faith. What you're looking for, you're looking with. You are it. And when you walk around with this awareness that the facts don't have the last word, that I dare to believe, I dare to see. Because if you don't, you will continuously perpetuate the status quo. If you don't dare to see precedent for your future, if you don't dare to believe more than what has already happened, you've set the ceiling. And there's no ceiling. There is no ceiling. How bold can you be? How bold can you be to declare the joy, the peace, the power, the love, the happiness, the divine order? And I'm not just talking about in your home. I'm talking about throughout this whole planet, throughout this whole world. This is what we need now. We need folks who are woke. I just told somebody gave me a bumper sticker I haven't put it on a car yet, but I should. The bumper sticker says, the bumper sticker says, "Wake the flock up." Wake the flock up. Do you dare to see? Do you dare to see? Because, see, on the way to healing, on the way to wholeness, stuff doesn't look pretty. Labor's not fun. You look at a pregnant woman, oh, isn't that nice? And she got this glow. And then there's labor. And then there's labor. You cut your hand, might get a little pussy. You might have scab. There's things that happen on the way to healing. Don't judge all the things that look like they're not the final product and say everything's bad, everything's wrong, or it's going in the wrong direction. You keep at it. As sure as rebellion is a part of adolescence. This nation, we're a baby nation. We're in adolescence. A lot of drama going on. Okay? But we have to see ourselves to maturity. Are you with me? We've got to see ourselves to the peace. See ourselves to the wholeness. See ourselves to the health. See ourselves to the justice. See ourselves to the sustainability. Drama's optional. We don't need more George Floyds in the street to take us to the street. Do you get what I'm saying? We don't need to keep hit by a 2x4 before we stand up for what we want. Stand up for what we believe. Stand up for what we know is possible. That's faith. Faith is not some mamby-pamby blind thing. No, you may not know exactly how it's going to manifest. You don't have to give the divine an outline of your plans or what it needs to look like. But the calling forth of the divine order, the calling forth of the right action, the calling forth of the wholeness, sustainability, that's yours to do. Your responsibility is not to make everything happen. Your only responsibility is possibility consciousness. And that's what you bring with faith. It's just the deep-seated belief it can be. And it's your job to spend more time in your consciousness transcending your doubt. I'm not even saying get rid of it. Get what I'm saying? Feel the doubt and have the faith anyway. Feel the doubt, have the faith anyway. That's your job. Not to worry about how God's going to make everything happen, but for you not to get in the way of it happening with the declaration that it can't happen. Don't be part of the problem with your short-sightedness. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Breathe that in. I want to invite those of you who have been watching, those of you who are watching now, to join our Zoom party. There are links that are right there. There are individuals who have been watching this together virtually through a screen share. And you can join them, and there'll be time that you can chat and to talk to each other about the things that are coming up for you in regards to faith, and a chance for you to be in virtual spiritual community. To remind everybody, we're praying. We're a praying community. In your good news, if you're here and online, you'll see that there are ways that you can request prayer. Let us stand with you. Let us stand with you in that knowing. You don't have to know by yourself. Let us stand with you in that. And also, conscious contribution. Also, the givingness, the saying thank you, the paying it forward, the helping to multiply the consciousness. If you are in the sanctuary, there's drop boxes that are in the back. If you want to use a credit card, you can do that too. If you're online, there are buttons that are there, donate buttons. Don't let the plate pass you by, so to speak. We're still being safe here, COVID restrictions wise, so we're not passing baskets, but there is a drop off in the back that we invite you to be able to do. And as we're rounding this part out with our virtual audience, you know what? I forgot the order of stuff that we were going to do, but no doubt, I think it's just perfect for right now. All right.
Okay, everybody. So this is no time for doubt, because we know what got us up and out of bed today is a real thing. So we're not going to get bogged down in some mess, right? So this is an opportunity to participate in your ministry. This song is called This Morning When I Rose. This is where we proclaim our conviction, our confidence, our commitment, and our yes. And I said it once, and I'll remind you again. Something got us out of bed today. So it's a part of the song where I sing no doubt, and I want you to respond. Now I have some suggestions. You can respond with yes, but it's your playing field, so you can say it's your ministry. So you can say woo, or you can say yeah, okay? I'll give you an example of what that's gonna look like. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna go. No doubt, no doubt, I didn't have no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, I didn't have no doubt. Y'all sound good. Now you practice. You got this. So we're gonna do this together now, okay? I'll need a little bit more. This morning when I rose,
I didn't have no doubt.
This morning when I rose,
I didn't have no doubt.
This morning when I rose,
I didn't have no doubt.
You know the Lord
will take care of me.
You know the Lord
will provide for me.
You know the Lord
lead and guide me all the way.
All the way. Listen, morning when I rose,
I didn't have no doubt, no.
Morning when I rose,
I didn't have no doubt,
no. This morning when I rose,
I didn't have no doubt.
You know the Lord
will take care of me.
You know the Lord
will provide for me.
You know that
didn't have no doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
Yes,
I didn't have no doubt. No, no, no. The Lord will take care of me.
the Lord
Will provide for me.
the Lord will
Lead and guide me all the way.
I'm gonna say my affirmation. This morning when I rose, yeah,
I
did
didn't
not have no
no doubt.
this morning when I rose, yeah,
No, no, I didn't have no doubt. No,
this morning when I rose, yeah,
I didn't have no
you
doubt.
know the Lord,
It will take care of me.
you know the Lord,
It will provide for me.
you know the Lord will lead and guide me all the way. Let's get you on ball. Let's get you on ball. Here we go. I say
No doubt, no doubt.
I didn't have no doubt.
No, no, no doubt, no doubt. I didn't have no doubt.
Say
No doubt, no doubt. I didn't have no doubt. You know the Lord will take care of me. I know the Lord will provide for me. I know the Lord
will lead
and guide me all the way.
Oh yeah. Say this morning when I rose, y'all, I didn't have one single solitary down. No, no, no. Second I opened my eyes, I knew that I'm alive. I knew I'm taking another breath. Yeah. This morning when I rose, it's the simple fact that I rose, you know. And I rose, put my foot on the floor, put it on the floor, and I said, thank you. And this morning, I had not one single doubt, and I knew I was going to sing this to you, and you were going to sing it back to me. I was going to say, no doubt. No, someone say yes. I didn't have no doubt. Oh, no doubt. Yes, no doubt. I didn't have no doubt. No doubt. No doubt.